Unfortunately, Jiren will never be able to kill the villain who killed his family and master. In the previous chapter of What If Vegeta Learned Ultra Instinct, we saw how the villain in question is actually Fuse Zamasu's shadow doppelganger who no longer exists. Now, I know I said a lot there. Fuse Zamasu, shadow doppelganger, what's going on here? Well, you guys obviously need to check out the previous parts to understand everything. The link will be at the top of the screen and in the comments. But to recap a few things, Jiren does end up facing off against Zamasu's shadow. He erases him, but gets attacked by Goku Black Shadow. During this battle against what seemed to be just phantoms, Vegeta does the unexpected by absorbing Goku Black's magical energy by reversing Force Spirit Fission. Goku, on the other hand, while all of this is taking place, hunts down and kills a mythical creature on planet Mystoria, which automatically earns him a curse because harming the mythical creatures on planet Mystoria is taboo. But what does this curse actually do to Goku? Well, for starters, it makes him unable to turn into a Super Saiyan. He also can't go Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue either. He can use Ultra Instinct, but only the true Ultra Instinct variant that he came up with towards the end of their fight with Gas, and that is where the previous part ended. Honestly, I can smell that you guys haven't obliterated that like button yet. I really think you guys should. It's free, and the like goal for this video is only 1,000, but as far as from where we go from here on out, well, let's hop right in. Vegeta, who had gotten hit by his own final flash, comes down and asks Goku to take both him and Jiren to planet Beerus. They need to meet Master Zuno and get some answers, and they're gonna need Whis' help to do that. In the meantime, Master Kubo assures them that he'll find a way to cure Goku's curse, but only under one condition. He, for some reason, wants to meet a Namekian from Universe 7. Goku gives him a big thumbs up because he has just the person in mind. Vegeta puts his hand on Goku's right shoulder with Jiren on the left, and with that, they teleport to planet Beerus. "Oh, I see you guys brought home a friend," Beerus says. Vegeta takes a brief moment to explain everything that happened during their stay in Universe 11. At the mention of Zamasu, however, Beerus almost has a heart attack. There is no way they can let Zeno find out that this guy is still around, even as a Spectre. He'd erase the whole multiverse. Jiren then interrupts their conversation and says, "Lord Beerus, by any chance, do you know anything about my race?" Beerus says that he has no idea, but he then immediately recalls something Belmont told him about a warrior in his universe. He makes the connection and realizes that he must have been talking about Jiren, but he can't recall exactly what Belmont said, so Beerus decides to just keep it quiet for now. Whis just happened to be out running an errand at this time, but as soon as he arrives, they fill him in on what's going on. Next, it was time to go to planet Zuno, but Goku had an upset stomach from that potion Master Kubo gave him, so he excuses himself, instant transmissions to his toilet back home, drops the Deuceroni, and then he's out of there before anybody noticed like Tom Clancy. Anyways, Goku goes straight to the lookout afterwards, gets Piccolo, and tells him everything. He then asks Piccolo to come and train with him in the hyperbolic time chamber until Vegeta and Jiren are done with Master Zuno. Piccolo wasn't as excited as Goku, but he would oblige. It seems Goku was planning on testing something out now that he can no longer use his Super Saiyan state. Going back to Vegeta and the others though, Whis would take them to Master Zuno. Beerus would decide to just stay comfortable again though. I mean, he really didn't care, and as long as Zeno didn't find out about Zamasu's shadow doppelganger specter thing, then they can handle it. Once they're on Zuno's planet, you would think that he would ask them for something in return, but this is Zuno. He already knows that Vegeta is Bulma's husband, and he absolutely does not want Vegeta figuring out that Bulma kissed him. So he gets straight to the point and reveals that although there was nothing special about Jiren's race per se, they've always been the only individuals in Universe 11 who have never had a doppelganger counterpart being born of them in the mystical realm. And that is one thing you can attest to Jiren's race. Since ancient times, they have always only focused on raw, unfiltered strength. And evolution after evolution, their bodies attained this simplistic design that best allowed them to practice their raw power. Yeah, there's never been a Gray as strong as Jiren, but there were plenty of strong individuals in the past who belonged to this race. So back to that important question, why did the villain kill all of them? Well, Master Zuno would explain that even though he was just a shadow doppelganger counterpart, Zamasu still had some crazy ideologies. He was uncomfortable with the idea that there was a race of beings who still hadn't produced a doppelganger counterpart in the mystical realm. So this would mean that the attack on Jiren's planet was actually carefully planned out by Zamasu. Jiren wasn't left alive by accident. He was left alive because that was the villain's plan this whole time. By killing all of the other Greys of his race, Zamasu's intention was to force the last remaining Grey to evolve. Later, when Jiren met Master Gishin and started training, he realized that Jiren would go down a dark path at this rate, so he spent his better days trying to put him on the right path, but unfortunately, he would also perish. Since then, Jiren has patiently waited for the moment he comes face to face with the villain once again. But then again, when Zuno zapped everything in the future, he also erased Zamasu from the mystical realm in the future as well. This is when Vegeta would finally interrupt though to ask a really important question. So with everything you've just explained, at this point, is there a doppelganger of Jiren, he asks? And so Zuno replies, not yet. But considering how he's learning the Mystorian arts and how he defeated Zamasu using his magical energy, it's only a matter of time, but it probably won't happen until he gains a transformation. Vegeta would look over at Jiren, who quickly replies with a firm no. In his mind, Jiren can't believe it. His people, his family, his master, they were all killed just because Zamasu is some kind of perfectionist? It just sounded too insane. So now there was no way he was going to transform just purely out of spite at this point. Jiren is usually a calm and collected individual, but everyone has their mental limit. You'd think he'd kind of be over it considering how much time has passed, but after meeting Zamasu and then seeing Vegeta absorb Goku Black, all of that negativity has just pulled up once again, along with a plethora of impossible questions about this whole thing. Well, next, Jiren had a very important question. He asked Zuno if Goku Black's magical conscience is still alive within Vegeta after absorbing it. Zuno, for some reason, was thinking long and hard about this question. His attendants don't even remember the last time he had to think so hard before answering something, but it takes no less than 5 minutes before he starts talking again. He explains that, yes, it's still alive within Vegeta, but that isn't all. The second magical conscience that now exists within Vegeta is not just Goku Black. It's also Zamasu. Jiren thought he had erased Zamasu's doppelganger, but right when Vegeta used Force Spirit Fission on Goku Black, he was also able to suck in the remnants of Zamasu's magical energy. The two of them merged within Vegeta, and so, Fuse Zamasu's mystical clone was born once again. Now, of course, Jiren knows that this isn't the same Zamasu who killed his people, but he just couldn't help himself. He can't help but feel this raging anger towards Vegeta for just straight up ignoring what he was saying and absorbing Goku Black's magical energy. But before we get further into that, Whis would ask Zuno about Goku's curse. Zuno replies that there's nothing to worry about. It won't affect his health, but Goku isn't turning into a Super Saiyan for at least a year, even if Master Kubo is able to make a good potion for him. The three of them bid farewell to Zuno and then returned to planet Beerus. It took them a little over 2 hours for the entire trip, but for Goku and Piccolo who were in the hyperbolic time chamber, this was an entire month's time. Since Goku isn't there at planet Beerus, the three of them come to the lookout. Goku and Piccolo exit the room, but a few moments later, Piccolo was brimming with magical energy somehow, while Goku was in his true Ultra Instinct state. When Vegeta asks him about it, Goku states that he was going to maintain this state until his curse is cured. Vegeta honestly didn't know what to say. He thought he may have already gotten a little bit ahead, but it looks like Goku is just getting started himself. Whis would then take Goku, Vegeta, Jiren, and now Piccolo back to planet Mystoria in Universe 11. They were all pretty surprised by how pleased Master Kubo was to see Piccolo. The young Mystorian's face also lights up, and while Piccolo can't quite put it into words, he can feel a strange sense of almost brotherhood here. Whis chuckles a little bit and then excuses himself. So what exactly is going on here, you might ask? Well, as it turns out, if you couldn't already guess, both the Mystorians and the Namekians have a common ancestor, and they both came to their respective universes from the mystical realm a long time ago. While Namekians can create wish-granting dragons, the Mystorians have absolute control over magical energy. Master Kubo takes Piccolo to their village and everyone treats him like an international celebrity damn near. Piccolo really is not used to this much attention, so he kinda just shuts down. Meanwhile, Vegeta, Goku, and Jiren are still just standing idly by, not sure what they're supposed to do since Master Kubo is so preoccupied with Piccolo now. Alright Kakarot, enough time has passed. What kind of training did you do in the time chamber? And why did you decide to just use true Ultra Instinct all the time, Vegeta asks. Isn't it obvious? I want to grow stronger too, and because I can't use my other forms, this is the best time to polish my own Ultra Instinct. You may have mastered Ultra Instinct as well, Vegeta, but you haven't completely actualized it, Goku replies. Vegeta knew he was telling the truth, but he also knew that to reach that next level, he would need an opponent to push him to the brink of death with absolutely no regard for his own life. Lucky for him, the perfect opponent was actually standing right next to him. Yeah. Without saying so much as a word, Vegeta turns around and angrily punches Jiren in the face. Vegeta would then harness that same magical energy he had absorbed from the Shadow of Black to manifest a massive aura around him that honestly takes on a disgustingly similar shape to the villain that killed Jiren's parent. Vegeta was purposely messing with Jiren, trolling him in fact. He was trying to get in his head. Jiren knew this, but he had also had enough of Vegeta's nonsense. I mean, he never liked him in the first place, and so now it's about time that they settle this. Vegeta and Jiren plunge towards each other, ready to land that first blow, when Goku appears in between them. Goku would place a hand on both of their fists, and before they know it, all three of them are teleported somewhere else. Goku takes them to a faraway planet where there are no signs of life whatsoever. Here, they don't have to worry about accidentally destroying Planet Mystoria like last time, and all the mythical creatures are safe as well, so they can go all out. Jiren and Vegeta both look towards each other, and then they look at Goku. Both of them say the same exact thing at the same exact time to him. Stay out of the fight. Goku backs off and gives them a thumbs up. Any last words, Vegeta? Jiren says. Whoa there, Gray Man, I didn't know this was a fight to the death. Why so serious? Vegeta asks. He was honestly trying to just piss off Jiren more and more, and it looks like it's working. Goku was honestly enjoying this as well, and even back at Planet Beerus, Whis, Beerus, and the Oracle Fish appear to all be enjoying the show also. The thing about Vegeta right now though is that he's in command of some absolutely ridiculous powers. Jiren on the other hand is just Jiren. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we know that he doesn't really need a power up because he's just gonna raw strength his way through this fight like always. At most, maybe he'll use some Historian arts here and there. The fight begins and Jiren dashes straight towards Vegeta to land the first punch. Vegeta was ready to try and redirect its impact right back at Jiren, but Jiren somehow surpasses Vegeta's conception of speed and lands the punch right in the gut before he can even react to it. Vegeta spits blood and falls to his knees. He thought he had honestly powered up somehow by consuming the shadows of both Black and Zamasu, but no. All he had really done was lose the stability he had gained from decades of fighting experience. Right now, at this very moment, Vegeta's body is under such chaotic energy that it's amazing that he's still standing on his own 2 feet. But one thing is for sure, all of the answers that he's been seeking will be given to him in this fight.